¿Qué pasó? What's going on? What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a video for you guys where I'm going to be doing a one brand tutorial. I've been wanting to do one of these for a while now, and what better brand to do it with than with my favorite brand of all time, Colourpop. I love Colourpop so much. I think that they have evolved so much in the past few years. They started off with those little pots that were like squishy eyeshadows, which they still have, and I'm just so excited to do this video for you guys. I love Colourpop so much. I hope that you guys like Colourpop. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. So let me just stop rambling and let's get started. All right, so since my face is completely naked right now, I have already primed it and moisturized and done all the shipping. So we're gonna start off with foundation. I'm gonna go in with the Colourpop No Filter foundation. This is in the shade Medium Dark 115. This is the second time I'm using this foundation, and the first time I wore it like in intense heat. I wore it during a soccer game. It held up really well, but I didn't like how dry my face looked while I wore it. I thought I would moisturize and prime a little bit better today. So we are gonna go in with that Colourpop No Filter foundation. I think it's my perfect color. And I am going to be taking the Colourpop F16 brush, and I'm just gonna pump it, one pump on the brush, and go in applying it. So I'm actually gonna use the brush and my beauty blender. I didn't really like how it applied yesterday with the beauty blender. That's why I'm using this brush. And I do feel like it's going on a lot better with this brush, which is also Colourpop. All right, sorry, I just changed the lighting a little bit, but I did apply that foundation, and I do think it looks a lot better today than it looked yesterday. So I think if you have drier skin, which my skin has been pretty dry lately, I recommend that you guys do a really moisturizing primer and a really moisturizing moisturizer. All right, so up next, I am going to be doing my brows, and I'm gonna be using the Colourpop Brow Boss. And I think this is the definer version that they have, and this is in the shade Dark Brown. I think it's Dark Brown. And it kind of looks just like the Anastasia brow pencil. I'm just gonna go in how I normally would with my NYX eyebrow pencil or the Anastasia eyebrow pencil. So now that my eyebrows are nice and hairy and normal looking, I am actually gonna go in with the Kathleen Lights and Colourpop eyeshadow palette called Dream Street. This palette looks so pretty. Look at these colors. They're just all so incredibly gorgeous. The packaging is beautiful. Like, I'm obsessed. So I'm thinking today, since this palette has like some blues in it, I'm gonna do like a bluish teal kind of look, but still with some sparkle in it. I don't understand how Colourpop does it for such a cheap price. Their quality is incredible. So to start off, I am taking the Colourpop E4 brush, and this is kind of just like, my dogs, oh my God, I can't. This is just like a flat packing brush, so I'm gonna go into that beautiful teal blue color, and I'm just gonna start picking up some of that color. And I'm going to put it on I'm gonna put that on the outer part of my eye and the inner part of my eye, because today, say it with me guys, we're doing a halo look. Y'all know I love my halo looks, so I'm gonna do it. Woo. Guys, do you see the pigment in these eyeshadows? I'm shook. Like, how is it possible that there are some palettes that cost like almost $200? I'm not trying to drag you, Natasha Dodona or whatever it's called, but $200 for an eyeshadow palette, that's crazy, girl. Like, Colourpop can do it for, I think this eyeshadow palette is like less than $30. Like, get out of here with that $200 palette. No, bye. You're canceled. So now I'm going in with a clean Colourpop E9 brush. This is just like a tiny little blending brush, and I'm gonna start blending out those edges ever so slightly, because we are gonna put a transition shade. Oh, ¿qué pasó? What's going on? Nope, nope. So I take back what I said because this eyeshadow, it decided to, like Jackie Aina would say, clock out early and left me with a nice little patch going on right there. I forgot to put on eyeshadow primer. Yep. Do you guys see it on camera? I don't know if you guys could see it on camera, but in person, that shit is wild. Like, it's like this brush is just picking it up and just picking it up, and like all the pigmentation is just like going bye-bye. All right, I'm taking this off and I'm gonna put eyeshadow primer, and if it still does this, then we're fucked. But you know, whatever. At least you know that that color didn't work out so well. So I'll be right back. All right, we're back. I applied my concealer as primer and I didn't set it. I just put down this eyeshadow. We're gonna try to blend it out one more time. Hopefully this time it doesn't wanna clock out early like it did last time. Still picking up a little bit of that color and like making it disappear, but okay, I mean, still a really pretty color though. All right, so I blended out the edges of that teal color already. I'm not sure if it's the color that I'm not liking or if it's this brush that just isn't blending it out very well, but it doesn't matter because that is just the base of our lids. As long as the color that's on the lid is nice and pigmented, that's all I really care about. So now I am gonna be going in with this beautiful orangey shade to actually put in the crease. And then we're gonna gradient it up, and this will be the top color of that transition shade. So for that burnt orange shade, I'm gonna be using an Colourpop E2 brush to blend that into the crease. I hope this brush is a lot better than that last one, because I really was not feeling that brush at all, girl. Not even a little bit. Ignore if it looks all gross and messy and unblended right now. At the end, it'll all blend together, I promise. It's not gonna stay looking like this. I'm just kind of putting colors down and then I'm gonna blend. And I kind of learned that technique from that P. Louise studio. I normally do my transition shade and then my lid shade, but they kind of do it kind of backwards and they don't set the primer that they put down. So I'm gonna test it out and see if it works out for me. If it doesn't, then the eye look of this video is just gonna be shit. But at least we're trying it all out and it is a one brand tutorial. Okay, so now that I blended those two colors together, I'm gonna go in with the transition shade color, which is in the shade Magical. So it's this really pretty peachy shade right here. And I'm gonna use that on top of this orange color just to give it a nice gradient effect. Now all my eyeshadows are all nice and blended out, so I am gonna go with the Piece de Resistance, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Sweet Dreams. It's such a beautiful melon colored metallic eyeshadow. It's so pretty. So I'm gonna go in with a brush at first to see how it applies with a brush, but I'm probably gonna end up using my fingers because y'all already know I love using my fingers to apply a good glittery slash shimmery shade to the eyelid, because I feel like those are your best tools, your fingers. So I'm just gonna apply that here at the center. Oh my God. And I'm using the Colourpop E3 brush to apply, and it's actually doing a really fucking good job because I have never found a brush that I actually really like applying these kind of shades with, and I think I just found it. Okay, so now that that beautiful melon shade is like living on the center of my eyelids, I'm gonna blend out the edges with that same blue shade that we did. I am gonna use this brush, the one that I didn't like, so I hope that I don't F this up. All right, that brush was just, it's not doing it for me. It's not doing it for me. So I'm just gonna take a little Morphe brush and blend those edges out. All right, so that is the look on the top of the eyes. I think it came out really pretty. Some of it was a little patchy. It was a little hard to work with at times, but you know what? They're very pigmented colors, and for the price, I'm still here for it. So we're moving on to concealer. And for concealer, we're going in with the Colourpop No Filter concealer. I have two shades. I don't have the label on the bottles, so I am going to list them in the description box down below. I don't know why that was so hard to say, but I really do enjoy these concealers. They're not my favorite concealers I've ever owned, but I do think that they're really good quality. I think they cover up everything you need them to. So I am just going in with this shade. I don't remember what shade this is. One thing that I really love about this concealer is the applicator. I feel like it goes on so smoothly. It just like glides onto your face. And once again, I'm taking my beauty blender to blend that all in. I also just took the darker shade of the concealer and I made my little palm tree in the center of my head and aligned down the center of my nose, or the bridge of my nose, just to make it look a little bit straighter. Okay, and to set this all down, I'm going to be taking the Colourpop No Filter setting powder. This is in the shade Translucent. I tried out the shade Banana already and I do really like it. So I am testing Translucent for the first time today, and I've heard really good things about it. Kathleen talks about it a lot. She says that it's really good, so. And then I just take the tip of the beauty blender and I apply right under my eyes while I'm still looking up. I'm also taking some of that setting powder and I'm setting my smile lines. I have really bad creasing in my smile lines with certain products, and I did notice that with this foundation, I did get some smile lines. I didn't get a ton of them, but I did get some and I want to completely avoid that. So now I'm just dusting that all off since it's been around 3 or 4 minutes. So to finish the eye look off, I'm gonna go back in with that Water Bear blue color, and I'm going to run that with a pencil brush. This is the Colourpop Eve 10 brush, and I'm gonna run that all along my waterline. Now I'm gonna take the shade Potion, and I'm going to use that shade to run it underneath that blue shade, just to give it a nice transition, kind of smooth it out. So I just went ahead and added some mascara, some eyeliner, and some Lily lashes. These are in the shade, or not shade, the style Miami. And now we're gonna go ahead with bronzer. So for bronzer, I'm using their Pressed Powder Face, and this is in the shade Afternoon Delight. This is a really good bronzer, guys. If you could get your hands on these bronzers, like, go for it. I actually just bought the Marc Jacobs Omega, I think it's called, the Omega bronzer that smells like coconuts, and I'm returning it because I spent $50 on that bronzer. I don't know why, like what came over me, but $50 on that bronzer. No reason. It smells really good, yeah, but it doesn't do as good of a job as like this little guy does. I'm just gonna start off by bronzing up my face, and I'm not really gonna contour today, so this is gonna be my bronzer and contour. And for blush, I'm gonna go in with the shade To The 10, and this is a really pretty peachy pink color, and I'm gonna go in with that same Colourpop. I think this is their blush brush, but I use it for bronzer too, and I really like it for both purposes. I have yet to try this blush, but it looks so pretty, and I'm so excited to use it because I love blushes. I'm gonna be glowing up my face with their Luster Dust, and this is in Au Revoir. So this is a really pretty, like, rose gold shade. It's so nice. It's a teeny bit dark for my skin tone, so it doesn't show up super bright, but regardless, I really love it because I feel like it gives you like this little like glow, like just the little. And I'm just gonna take that at the tops of my cheekbones. You see, like, it doesn't do too much, like it's not like metallic or anything like that, but it just gives you such a pretty, like, summer glow, in my opinion. I'm also gonna take some of that at the tip of my nose and down the bridge of my nose. Last but not least, for the lips, I'm going in with the BFF2 Lippie pencil, and I'm just gonna line my lips just like a little tiny bit, just a little. And then I'm gonna paint over them with my new favorite, which is in Vitamin C. It's from their Solimar collection, and it is an ultra blotted lip. Alright guys, so this is the completed look that I did with all Colourpop products. Colourpop is a pretty established brand, so they have pretty much everything. The only thing that I could think of that they really don't have is mascara. Aside from that, they pretty much have absolutely everything. Everything I tried on, I really, really loved. The only exception being how hard it was to blend that blue eyeshadow. That is the only exception that I had. And the foundation, I'm not entirely sold on it yet. I have foundations that I love a lot more than this foundation, but I do think it's pretty if you hydrate your face beforehand, because it is very drying in my opinion. So this is the completed look. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for 1,000 followers. There's 1,000 of us, and that's just crazy for me to think. Like, I know it's a small number, but imagine 1,000 people in front of you. Like, that's a lot of people. So definitely subscribe to this channel. Give me a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.